Hello? Happy to read that. Let me listen. It is the weekend in Monrovia, Liberia, and they call it TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Many is jolly jolly weekend. It's balling all over the place, amusing oneself in an extravagant style like preferential, based on preferential treatment or just preference. So yes, it's another day, man. It's February 14. They call this day Valentine's Day. Lover's Day, they say. So we are in it. Thank you so very kindly that you joined us this afternoon for the show. Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. And just so you know, we are transmitting from Central Monrovia, adjacent the Liberia Water and Seaward Corporation. And we've got the issues. Alongside the issues, we've got money to give you. 10,000 Liberian dollars on Valentine's Day. Make that person special. He or she waiting for you. Get 10,000 and take that person up. Start playing the King's Catch, give away the jackpot. 10,000 at your disposal. Dial star 799, star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars and get that 10,000 for that special person. A special treat. It is the show Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. Great day it is. We are very grateful to God Almighty having allowed us to see another day by His grace and His providential care. He kept watch over us throughout the night, brought us to our respective destinations, and He is with us. And He is the same God who is going to take us back. So we can't help but say, thank God Almighty, blessed be His holy name for everything that He has done and continues to do for us in spite of our weakness or weaknesses, transgression, iniquity, sins. He never turns His back on us, but He fulfills every word He promised to us. We are grateful. In the same vein, we are under obligation to speak truth to power another day again to make not only our society, Liberia, better, but every other society that share proximity with us and far. We transcend borders, boundaries. This is what we are, Kings 88.5. The issues we've got, and we are giving you money. Start playing the King's Catch giveaway, the jackpot. It's Valentine's Day. Did you hear me? I said it's Valentine's Day. Don't end the day losing a relationship. That lady is waiting. It can be something, whatever the magnitude, the man is waiting. It could be this day that you could just seal up a very good relationship that will lead into marriage. You can tell simple things. God can use simple things to give you big ones. So you want to take 10,000 as we are giving you, put it in 200 Liberian dollars. $1.50 US, dial star 799 star 25 hatch, and then you have your Valentine's treat. Your day is just okay. Do it. Eh? Give something extraordinary. Put smile on that special person of yours face. It can be a flower, it can be a drink, a bottle of wine. It can be just anything, but you need money to do that. Huh? That's why we're giving you the 10,000. Awali City, you've come on from Police Academy. Mary Tule, you're following from New Georgia District. Titan, Brelida Warrens, you've come on from Delaware, the United States of America. Sophie Blamo, you are on. CDC Success Keita, the CDC Pape, you've come on from Dupont Road. Anderson Camara, you're on from Matadi City Clinic, you said. Solowat Corsia from your comfort zone, New Georgia Estate. Clarence Dwyer, Grand Bassa County. Hope that you are faring well there in Grand Bassa. Philip Nangwe, you've come on from, oh, you didn't, but Lovers Day. So yeah, it's Lovers Day. Vinicius Bar, you've come on from District 16. Bapin Paul Lee from Johnsonville. Ansu D. Sanor from Minnesota, the United States of America. Thank you all for coming on. Can run through all of the names because you are in trillions. Yes, the names are just running down. Thank you so much that you have chosen Real Talk to get the information you need. We've got the info to share with you in this typical culture called Liberia. A mystery one. Gabriel Mom and Abertin Mom, husband and wife, you people have come on. Thank you so much. You're following by the television and radio. How should I say it? Your wife is Abertin and today is Valentine. Interestingly, the last four letters the same. It's Valentine's Day. Good to have Mr. and Mrs. Gabriel Mann on. Ven Soiree, you've come on from Amagachi Community, Jacobtown. Good to see all of you on. Jackson C. Pony of Iron Factory, Block C, Block B Community, member of Block 13, the Intellectual Center. You are following along with your chairman, Rico, or Cannibal, as he's widely known. Good to have all of you on from Iron Factory, Block 13 Intellectual Center, following the show this afternoon. I appreciate all of you. All right, we've got the issues, but at the same time, we've got money to give you. Take the money now. It's Valentine's Day. It's Lovers Day. Today is Friday. We talk more love affairs, but we can, without giving you money, we are giving you 10,000, and you take the 10,000 by just putting in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch, and then there is your 10,000 to change that lover of yours life. You can tell. Do it. It's a special day today. It's Lovers Day. It can be done now. It can be done at 4. It can be done at 5. Just anytime. Just don't allow February 14th to pass without doing something special, something extraordinary for that man or that woman. It can't happen without money. Start playing the King's Cash giveaway to get that 10,000 to make that person extraordinary, so special, so unique, and that could mean something extraordinary for you from God that you will speak of throughout your life as a testimony. Others did it, and today they are testimony, uh, or they can speak of the testimony from God. Hmm? So stop playing, huh? Stop playing. Play as many times as you can. Let's get to the issues we've got on our plate this afternoon, people. George Weah, former Liberian president, returns to the Liberian presidency 2029. Did you hear me? Former Liberian president George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. Oh, it seems you heard, but you didn't understand. Here is it again. George Weah goes back to the presidency, becomes the president of Liberia again in a while called 2029. It is a foregone conclusion, and if you know what the phrase or the sentence foregone conclusion is, it means that it is sealed already, a decision already made. The prophecy is sealed, like God told Daniel to seal the prophecy and go his way. The Nigerian pontificate will bless and anoint former President Weah for the presidency. There, he revealed God's revelation that former President George Weah is back in the presidency. With God's confirmation, we will not rest content over it, but the groundwork for the return is on course. Believe it or not, we are Christians and we believe the Bible. We believe the man of God. We believe the man of God. Listen carefully. I said, we believe the man of God. The Bible presents to us men of God, meaning they are people who gave their entire life to God, will break no covenant with God, form a covenant bond with God, endure difficult times as well as good times, listen to God, believe every word that God sends out. And when they revealed, God brings it to pass. If you look in the Bible, you see the men of God. You see God working through them, God revealing through them. There is absolutely nothing, I mean nothing, impossible for God. Men will look at things as being impossible because we are subject to natural laws. But God isn't subject to natural laws. We control absolutely nothing of ourselves. Everything with God is possible. God can change everybody and everything and anything at his will. No one questions another person. No one can say that this is not possible. Jesus was clear on that also when he said in Matthew 19:26, referring to the limitation of man and the supernatural will of God Almighty. With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. There were people in the United States who said when Donald Trump left the presidency, he was never going to return. They made statements as the people in Liberia are making. even stronger statements they made than you think the people are saying in Liberia. But what happened? It was the sealed prophecy from God that Donald Trump will return to the White House. The man of God in the United States prophesied, revealed, and that came to pass. Deuteronomy 22 is clear. It came to pass. Today, Donald Trump, everyone knows, is the president of the United States. What God has sealed, no man can put asunder. You will talk, you will make yourself feel comfortable, you will impute the political sentiment into it, you will try to be rhetorical with your partisans and other friends, but it doesn't say it has got anything to do with God will not being actualized. God will also go further to tell us of his personality. When he said, is there anything, or he asked, is there anything too hard for God? Is it impossible for me not to make George Weah goes back to the presidency? Have I not done it before? Have I not brought several presidents who served their first term and took them back to the executive mansion or the White House or State House, whichever way it is called as per that country's democracy or constitution? Have I not done that? Have I not returned prime ministers back? Is there anything too hard? We are returning to the presidency is inevitable, with God working it out for him, just as God went ahead of Jeremiah to clear the way. So is God working ahead of George Weah to return to the presidency. I can sense the argument right now, the vexation, the anger, the calling people are putting out, but this is God I am talking about. Nothing absolutely is impossible. Man will say it is not possible. It is impossible. God will say it is possible. The signs are clear. You don't need Daniel to come into Liberia to interpret those signs simply for us. Even George Weah enemies are working for him. They are working it out for him. His enemies are working it out for him. Even his enemies are at peace with him. Though they are enemies, they don't want to see him return to the presidency. Ironically and interestingly, they are working it out for him. And this is how God works. You would think that the time is far, but certainly not. Don't live with that illusion. It's just 4 years. It's just 4 years. God fast forward time and days and years. He said 1,000 days to your human being on earth. Just 1 day for me. When you think it is far, for me, it is right before me because I control time and season. 4 years ahead of us. Let every one of us, with God hovering us, beg him for long life. And every one of us will be testimony or will give testimony. We are returning to the presidency. Blessing, favor, grace, greater grace upon George Weah. His enemies are working it out for him. God gone ahead and is working it out for him as he did with Jeremiah. That's all I can say on this day. Mark it. Today is Friday. the 14th of February 2025. Mark it in your diary. We may still be around or we may not be around at the time, but history will confirm. Nothing losses from history. It is sealed, just as he told Daniel, seal up the prophecy and go your way. It is finished. It is over. It will come to pass. The time set for it, you will see the manifestation. And Daniel sealed up the prophecy. When the time came, everybody was around to reference and speak of what Daniel had prophesied. This is God. The same God that performed miracles of all kinds, brought kings and other people and presidents and prime ministers back. He's the same God in this time. And he's the same God who is ahead of George Weah. He is the same God who is on the two extremes of George Weah. He is the same God who is at the back of George Weah. His presence hovers George Weah. Weah returns to the presidency. None of you, even if you are in Unity Party, none of you should live with that illusion that Weah will not return to the presidency. Unless you control the world and God is not in charge. Or that you will not believe what God is doing presently to convince you. Before Donald Trump, there were presidents and prime ministers who the people felt was never going to go back. They went back. Donald Trump is back. You know why God allowed that? So that you know he would do the same thing in Liberia. It is planned, it is sealed, and when the time comes, you will see. Until then, he is working, and his enemies are working for him. Unity Party, let me be very blunt, is working it well for George Weah to get back. And he will get back. No minister in Bouaka government should ever think it is not possible. No one controls life. God controls everything. No one has the future. God has the future. We know that for a fact because we see it in his word. He tells us that no one has the future except him. And that no one should brag about the future because nobody knows the future. Only God. And whatever God decides, he doesn't have to come to tell Liberia and Liberians, I have decided to put Weah back. You will see it working out with ease, with confidence. Those who would think that it is not possible and say it was never going to happen, you will see the same people saying, truly, God is working through this man. You will hear that. You will say, this is God. Jeremiah Kun will not be president for Liberia or of Liberia 2029. Augustine Bongafuan would not be president of Liberia 2029. Yomli Kanga Lawrence will not be president of Liberia 2029. None of those people who are within the hierarchy of Unity Party will be president 2029. The best time they have now to raise their morale, to go down in the history of this country, that they rose to the top is now. And it's good that they are there now and enjoying themselves. But none of them will ever see that place called the presidency by swearing in. No, it will not happen. God will never ever, God never breaks his word. No matter how you try to do it so that it doesn't happen, it happens because he's God by himself, of himself, in himself. Whatever he seals, it is possible. So he acts, presenting his personality to us. Yet, we can understand. Is there anything too hard for God? When you hear that statement is about nothing but his personality and his sovereign reign over the world and everybody in all situations and events. He has the final say. He has sealed it. We are returns to the presidency 2029. That's it. That's all I can say to that on this Valentine's Day. Where's your vow? And I hope that you have prepared something special for that vow. If you haven't yet, well, we can help you out with 10,000 Liberian dollars so that your relationship isn't strained, so that the lady doesn't stop speaking to you, or the man will not give you cheek and you wouldn't know why he's giving you cheek or why she isn't speaking to you by just giving 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Check my borrow. The man I put love. He sent several love icons. 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and dial star 799 star 25 hatch, and you have your 10,000. You have your 10,000. In the meantime, stick it in your mind. We are returning to the presidency 2029. It's finished. It's sealed. And just watch it along the way. Let's get to the next pointer. Well, yesterday we heard, read, listened to, and talked about the decision taken by the legislative caucus. No, not legislative caucus, but rule of law caucus. The National Elections Commission prepares for another by-election. The National Elections Commission prepares for another by-election. Listen carefully, not hard to comprehend. The House of Representatives crisis is far from over. It is not going to end soon, except God perform a miracle. But with those men and women, power greed, kleptocrats, it is not going to end anytime soon. President Joseph Nebuchadnezzar Boakai not only exacerbated and plunged this country into a difficult situation, but he is unable, given where it has reached, to salvage anything of a compromise or resolution. The split is hurting the country. The split has placed Liberia in a difficult position from every aspect of our governance. On top of it, it is hurting us economically. There is skepticism from outside. There is this talk of the rule of law broken down. There is this talk of not having a conducive environment, and a second thought of not rushing into Liberia. If you think that is strong, no, Here is the next package. Most of those countries that made pledge or pledges to Liberia, and you heard the president excitedly announcing figures: 150 million, 60 million, 75, 480,000. Those monies are on hold. They are not money that was thrown at the feet of Nebuchadnezzar. Those are grants with conditions, and one of those conditions, when the country is in a state of instability, there is potential crisis looming, hold on to the money. Don't give it. President Walker created a mess that he himself right now is unable. He thinks that he is finding solution to the problem. He concentrated on one person with hate, grudge, and malice, left all the other places he should have tightened his grip on. They took advantage of his ineptitude and his dementia by corrupting. So he moved now and suspending here and there. But it is late. The people now hearing all of these thousands and thousands and almost millions of millions being squandered by Bwakai ministers, when he had earlier told the world that none of these will happen in his government. They've reached the conclusion that he is the president but doesn't have control over his people. He can clamp down on corruption. He created that mess at the legislature that is embarrassing Liberia right now. He knows that very well. His people started to take advantage while he was concentrating on moving Fonati Kofa to steal here and there. And many of them know that he has aged, that he's in the state of dementia. So they feel that they can do the needful for themselves. They can get themselves due diligence by collecting unto themselves. That is financial due diligence by themselves. Now it is difficult to solve. Apart from the decision taken by the Rule of Law Caucus on yesterday, I do not see Fonati Kofa going back to that place called legislature. And I am not saying that he has or he will resign. I said I do not see him going back. And it's as simple. He's not going to go back there. Richard Kuhn and Barker, their marriage will not anytime soon be broken or separated. They wouldn't go on separation. The marriage will not be broken. They will not divorce. No, they will not. They consummated that marriage, taking everything this time into consideration with the resolution that no matter what they do from the other side of the political divide, don't attempt to stand down. Neither will I give any sign for you, Richard Kuhn, to stand down. You are the speaker. You got the support of your colleagues. Speaker Fonati Kofa does not have office. So there is no speaker. His office, like AB will rightly say, no description better than AB could have given it, burglarized. They burglarized, broke into the speaker's office to steal. The intent was not to clear the office for Richard Kuhn to move in. James Collier, in that interview he gave to the media, lied. They entered the office mainly to steal. But rogue, there are two kinds of rogues. You have the one who will go ahead in disguise of trying to find out, being with the person, asking this and that, all in a reconnaissance mode. So that person will know from the conversation having with the person in a friendly manner, not showing any sign of being a bad person, but rather with the person as a bully. So if you are insensitive or skeptical, you open up, you show the place where some certain documents are kept and all that kind of stuff. So when the time comes, that person will know. You see some of these things, we see them in movie. So when they break into the place, they know exactly where the document is. They go straight there and take those essential documents. It was not solely to get the office for Kuhn. The second rogue just don't have anything sensitivity, but just destructive, because he or she is envious of that person. And that's what you saw with those guys on February 11, Armed Forces Day. Richard Kuhn and those guys, they are in no rush. Nobody recognizes Richard Kuhn. Nobody recognizes Richard Kuhn. People are not going to that Capitol building to sit with Richard Kuhn to do any business. The guys needed certain document to use against the speaker. That was the intent, but it was not well planned. They did not know that the speaker was far ahead of them. Fonati Kofa, he's not the 100% clever, he's not the 100% perfect person, but as a legal person, he's farsighted. His judicial wisdom led him to know that if he kept all of those essential documents about that office and himself, the guys were coming and they was going to get hold of it. He knew that those guys will have gone. He saw it ahead of time. He saw the signs. Every time Fonati Kofa went to that place, when they were having their session, even when the session broke down and he was still going, entering his office, Fonati was sensitive to take away those essential documents. That office was not broken into because they want it for Richard Kuhn to move in. That was the smoke screen from Representative James Collier. But they have wanted certain essential documents. They did not bring claims against him. They brought claims against him. Hope that you play in the King's Cash giveaway. It's Valentine's Day. We're giving you 10,000. Take the 10,000. Start playing and play as many times and you will get your 10,000. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch and get your 10,000. They knew. They brought claims against the speaker. Look at all of those claims they brought against the speaker. Only 2 or 3 out. But the rest of the 99 centers on his office. Usage of money, appointing people to this, doing that, all of those things. Everything done by document. So, if assume they went into that place and they got hold of certain document that Fonati Kofa was not smart enough to take away, and they run through such a document and they see that, oh, this the man, so this is what the man signed, this is what the man proved, so this is they will use that. They will use that to build another case, and that will be justifiable for them. They did not go into Fonati Kofa's office for money or because they are in an emergency state for Richard Coon to go in, like James Colette would say, no. That search was based on another factor searching for certain kinds of document. Ask yourself, 7 persons were constituted to move in to ensure the office of the speaker was clear. 7 persons. Ask yourself, why did the 5 refuse to go? Of the 5, 1 refused to go along with Representative Colette. Only he, Representative Colette, went in. Fonati Kofa was far ahead of them and still far ahead of them. He's not going to go back. He will not go back into that place. But he remains the speaker. It will take the longest. If any intervention should occur, the international community will be forced to step in. Under no circumstance or circumstances, the international community can recognize Richard Coon as the speaker. The speaker can stay on as speaker for the longest, but he's not going to session because the man who is there, the man is illegal. And that man will not want to stand down into any disgrace after showcasing himself as Speaker of the House of Representatives with the backing of his colleagues to stand down. And he needs to stand down. If he doesn't stand down, and his boss, Nebuchadnezzar Bwaka, insists that he should hold on, he should not stand down, Kofa will not stand down. Where it's headed? Into forever. They were headed into forever. It will be that way. The speaker office burst into burglarized. So the speaker does not have an office. So he can't go to work. The mercenaries went in and broke into his office. Coon needs to do the individual honorable thing, to stand down. It is embarrassing for him. He knows that consciously, but he does not want to admit. He looks very tiny. Look at Coon. Everywhere Coon finds himself, he looks so embarrassingly tiny. The man looks embarrassing. Just look at Coon at events. Even in the legislature, he sits to preside. And he does not have, you don't see that aura of that accompanies a person who has the support of the people. You don't see it. Look at his countenance. He just looks self-embarrassed, self-shamed. Then you have the stakeholders of the country, all of them snubbing him. If the guys had done the honorable thing parliamentarily, do you think all of those stakeholders of our country, our political fathers and political mothers will be snubbing him? You think political doyen, former President Selu, would have snubbed him if they did everything right in line with the law by giving the speaker due process and get the number, and then everything went smoothly? You think Marabio, as educated, highly educated as he is, will not recognize him? The third most powerful person in our country by our structure is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Nowhere the speaker is, he's not recognized. There is nowhere the speaker is, he isn't recognized. Except I am not aware of that event. But all of the events I am aware of that the speaker was there, the protocol recognized the same. Everyone that went to speak recognized him after the president, vice president, and then even in some area, the vice president and speaker is recognized before the vice president. Ask yourself, why all these people, including foreigners, they're not giving this man attention? You think Marabio can accept Richard Kuhn in his country for anything parliamentary or moving? Even if President Joseph Boakai going there, he can carry Richard Kuhn because Marabio does not recognize him as speaker. Your African brother or our African brother who was here in this country, served this country in ECOMOG. The best thing that is good for Richard Kuhn to save his image from being melted is to call his colleagues, tell them this thing has reached a point that I don't have control over it no more. My reputation is at stake. Your reputation is at stake. The country is being stifled. I will opt to be the sacrificial lamb. Let us redo. Let us go back to status quo ante. I relinquish everything that you people ascribe to me as Speaker of the House of Representatives. Let us give a due process to COFA. If we have the number, and I am convinced we have the number, let us go back and we can win the battle on the floor. Let's give the Speaker a due process. That's what how they call him, Richard Kuhn needs to do. The time is coming if Richard Kuhn stays in that position. When he gets out of this country at events, they will boo him. People have started withholding aid to this country because of what Boakai created. I go back to where I started. NEC prepares for another by-election. The speaker might just hold on, and then when he reach to that level, he's out of this country. He goes, sits there, and because, listen, the speaker can say, he doesn't have to tell anybody that he's resigning. And nobody should ever bring that jumbo gibberish up, or we're telling the speaker not to resign. No, that thing is far. If the speaker had that thing in his vocabulary, then you are giving in to some of the most difficult times he had. Where he has reached the end of the tunnel as the hero, he can resign. He will stay on. You don't worry about that thing you're calling. I can understand the sentiment. He's not going. He survived. He's at the edge. He survived the wilderness. He withstood Pharaoh. He withstood Nebuchadnezzar and his host. He withstood Cyrus. These are people who in biblical days they wield so much power, and everything they said it was final. Just as the three Hebrew brothers refused to bow to Nebuchadnezzar, the speaker has refused to bow to political Nebuchadnezzar in Liberia in Joseph Yeman Boakai. At this time, he will resign? No. The speaker will not resign. You see how, you look, it is playing out well. It is working well for the speaker. It is embarrassing for Boakai. He will not resign. Nobody should think of that. No, he's not going to resign. Look at where it started and where he has reached. At this point in time where you are at the verge of entering the promised land, then you resign, then God will say, but you just wasted my time protecting you. But he's not going to resign. Don't mind, I think, Unity Party people, yeah, I told you people of the team that they are putting together to counter and then put some things out to make you feel that, yeah, this person has said it, this person, that cheating, they are exporting that idea. You will write, they call them bloggers. It will be like somebody from the speaker's camp. They will portray it like that quotation is coming from the speaker camp, or they got credible information. So for that to cover, the speaker has decided to resign. He will be tendering his resignation. So then when you read that now, you hear it, they and the people, they will spread it, they will be discussing it, give it relevance. Yes, they will send it to their pro-Unity Party radio stations for the talk show hosts to talk about it, and they will be talking about it, giving it like it has real life. And you too now, when you're listening, you get so scared, and you would believe it. That's how they are working. That's how they're playing the propaganda. They're doing anything and everything they can. The speaker is the speaker. Richard Kuhn is mere representative. Nobody will recognize Richard Kuhn as speaker. Richard Kuhn just speaker for that majority black. Look at the name. Look at the name. Richard Kuhn is conscienceless. If I were Richard Kuhn, put the money aside in the power and gain the admiration of the people by telling the guys, let us do this thing the right way. I'm standing down. The man, every gathering, he's embarrassed, he's overlooked, he's disrespected. People look down upon him. They see him as not the person he claims to be. And watch it, observe it. Let me wind down here. Observe it. Look at it carefully. Watch it carefully. One person, or do you know that the deputy speaker, Thomas Fowler, is not comfortable with Richard Kuhn? Go back to that kangaroo thing called induction, where there was no election, nobody voted, nothing. Few people came together. They say you're the speaker because Fonati Kofa refused to be given due process. Look how, watch the man, the deputy speaker Thomas Fowler countenance. He was not happy. It's just like, say, gun on your neck and say, perform this ceremony. That's how it was. From there, look at the session. Every time they are in session, Thomas Fowler is just there. His spirit is off, but his body is sitting there. Thomas Fowler is not comfortable at all. Thomas Fowler knows the arrangement. Thomas Fowler is now having a second thought, regretting why he betrayed his party. The attention that he felt he would have given, Bouaka has twisted that. You look at Thomas Fowler. Today is Friday. Tuesday is coming. They will have session. You look at Thomas Fowler. In session, Thomas Fowler just said that. He just said that. There's somebody who knows where he is. I believe he will say to himself, let the people do what they do. I came here by duress. I was coerced. And though I'm satisfied with these things, but that the government of the day now, that what Bouaka wants, so let just be here. For me, my status is secure. Nobody questioned me. So let's just be here. So the deputy speaker has left almost everything with him. If you sat with the deputy speaker, Thomas Fowler now, he will tell you in confidence Why? He is not comfortable. Look at it. You look at it. They get something here called situational observation. Don't just be carried away by the speeches. Look at the people's countenance. Look at their position, their reaction in gathering. The man is satisfied with Richard Kuhn. He ain't comfortable with Richard Kuhn. Thomas Fowler not comfortable. They hardly talk. They don't flow as the way Speaker Kofa and Thomas Fowler were flowing. When Speaker Kofa presiding, you go back to those clips within the war of technology. Just go back to the time Speaker Kofa presiding and Thomas Fowler is there as deputy speaker. You will see the smile on Thomas Fowler's face. You will see him conferring or discussing with the speaker. You will see him moving to do certain things. When the speaker is out of the country, when he's presiding, you will see that joy, that relaxedness. You will see that camaraderie or mutual connection between he and Fonati Kofa. That is why Fonati Kofa has no problem absolutely with Thomas Fowler. He blames Thomas Fowler for nothing. He knows that Thomas Fowler did what he did based on the situation he finds himself in. Fonati has nothing against Thomas Fowler. Thomas Fowler knows that he betrayed the speaker, but he had no option. Look how they got pressure. They pressure him. They threaten him. All kinds of things. If the executive can go to the extent to threaten the speaker, then look at Thomas Fowler's situation at the time he was insisting. You think it was only because of what those guys said to Thomas Fowler that led him to go? The executive mansion also added its voice there. Thomas Fowler is not with those people. Some people put it on the basis of ethnicity. But the man embarrassed. Thomas Fowler just go down there. Yeah, deputy speaker, all my benefits and other things coming. The man say he's speaker. So that the people of that unity party. So let the man preside. I bet you, go to that man and sit with that man one-on-one. That man will tell you that I want to go back to my party. It just happened, just like you are in a dream world. That's how it looks to Thomas Fowler. It is now he coming to his senses. Thomas Fowler not comfortable. When the people are sitting in their section, you look at Thomas Fowler. Thomas Fowler will sit in that hall. Only his body will be there, but his spirit gone. I saw the team, man. When I saw the team, see the man, the speaker for that Kofa in that place. See how they were comfortable. Even when that election of the speaker came, see how Thomas Fowler was here and there. Thomas Fowler initiated a couple of things over there. He did some significant breakthrough in that election that brought Fonati Kofa to the office. He was comfortable. And he's still comfortable with Fonati Kofa. But embarrassingly, he did not have a choice. So we lambasted him the way we lambasted him because he too asked a person he needed to sit down and think good. But I'm sure he did, but he did not have the option. He was in such a squeezed position. So he had to leave. Now the man dead. The man are looking like deputy speaker, said Thomas Fowler. You don't see that zeal in him. You don't see the man, Thomas Fowler. Those of you who watching the television, you just look at me. Thomas Fowler just said all of this. In session, the Thomas Fowler, the man just said all that. They hold it. Sometimes you're full in here like this. He said it now. He's just looking. Rachel Kuhn playing the ball. The man get up. The man say, well, Bwaka, may you speak on that thing we did over there? I was forced to do it. That you think Thomas Farahi know the rule? You think Thomas Farahi know that they have to give Kofa a due process? Go back to his statement that he made to leave. He just wrote that thing and said, "Oh, I had to come on this side to reconcile." You can. Okay, that is the situation. Yeah, that situation. I don't see the speaker going back over there, but he will not resign. There are two things. It is a puzzle here, a chess. He will in no way resign, but he's not going back. His guys said they will have the session. They will resume the session. Where they will resume is up to them. I do not. That's why I said that by election, NEC prepares for by election. The man who considers himself the speaker, one, he will not stand down. The Kofa to move on with the speakership, Richard Kuhn has to renounce everything. Two, Bwaka will not give into anything but Richard Kuhn to stand down. The party, Unity Party, will not agree as far as they concern Richard Kuhn is the speaker. They know that if they go back to status quo ante, everything will work in the favor of Fonati Kofa, and Richard Kuhn will go back to be mayor representative, and they'll lost. It will be a disgrace to Bwaka, disgrace to the party, but the country will have been restored. So Bwaka will not accept. Kuhn is not ready for that, to settle for that. The party will never ever agree. There where we are, and it's going to drag on. The speaker is the speaker, he will not resign. They will continue to go to session. The things that they took from his office, the burglarized his office, onto them. The other spies told the speaker stop it. They thought that they were clever, but the other spies. So it's going to be a long haul. So Bwaka will have to give in, Kuhn will have to give in, Unity Party will have to give in. And I don't see them doing that. Neither do I see the speaker resigning. And he cannot resign under any circumstance. Certainly not. Let's get to you now. Those are the 2 pointers. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's Valentine's Day, and we're giving you Valentine 10,000. Dial star 799, star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and you can have your 10,000 Liberian dollars and make the difference your vow. Just dial star 799, star 25 hatch, and play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. That's all you need to do. Yeah. That's all. Start playing now. Play as many times as you can. Don't waste time. Time is going. You can tell. You have to surprise your vow. Vow means lover. You have to surprise that person. If she truly your vow, you have to do something for her. If he's truly your vow, you can do something. But let not this day pass without you doing something. Let's turn to you now, and then we can discuss something else and we're out. Let's go. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
This is Kings 88.5, Real Talk.
Okay, this is the language you don't I think it's very government are not good. If you look at the entire government, they have a vision with the leadership and the second. Can you imagine? Since the expectations of the government, spirit of trying to get the place, and they can find a way up.
Okay, Chief. Thank you.
There is something that we're going to have.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Yes. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Ibrahim and I call from the police.
Let's hear you.
If you see, we told them that they were not the right thing to do and they did it. And they were the right thing every time they say Georgia will never come back to power. And before then, they used to say Georgia that worked from. I want to know you ask them. So he said that the brother was not at Georgia. What do you make of that? But you can't come out of power and they don't know. So this time I told him, I said,
okay, Chief. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Hello. Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
Thank you. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Pierre. I call you from Jacob District. I listen to the different talking points. Let me appreciate you for such a unique conversation. But in relation to the removal of COFA, the minority speaker, and the Rickman role as the national legislature. This is separate branch of government. We, of course, elect the legislature and honor our constitution as the first branch of government. And of course, the executive is headed by the president. So nobody out of the branches has the right to interfere with the functions and operations of those branches of government. So if people will say that the president interfered, then I'm asking the question, were he the one that called on citizen elected law before to have the self-governance, and
okay, Chief.
members of the unity party to remove their own people?
Okay.
That question has not been answered yet.
All right, Chief. Thank you.
No, they have been good friends. His wife and President Bakari have good relationships.
All right, sir. Okay, Hussein. Let's bring on other people.
The question is not needed, so
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling to have a nice day. Hello. No, this is St. Andrews. What we are seeing in the morning. Let's hear you. All right. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Yes.
The next time Nigeria was so good District 4. You see, it'll be so, disgraceful when one guy pick off, foreign leave charge and give charge to the Red Force because of that. Because you will then try and ask your police to pick on one side and not make up, and you leave the other side protected, and somebody will say president in this case side. When the president was sending the police officer off Capitol Building to go drag all law people from the offices and speak on them, that was the form of taking charge. And now that we are seeing that the whole world is not recognizing the Namukun, who is a Bwana speaker, he's a Bwana puppet, and he was brought there as a matter to occupy space, and that space is occupied, and the project space is occupied. And whatever thing they're doing that project, like we are watching, I want you to put it on the west side of the Ministry of Finance.
Okay, Chief.
There will be eyes to pay for all that crime that committed on that project.
Yeah.
Project. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Council. This is somebody's mother contact. Because of you from Colorado.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my concern is going to the happening of capital building. The one with the hospital, this country, the form of government nowadays is serving as an example for confusion of young people. Specifically, when it comes to those who we serve and respect our elected to be lawmakers for us in terms of the country development. They are supposed to be crafting law according to things sexual maternity that is better the life of the young people that is still expected are born and born. I'm saying this actually to my family. We are parents, I'm a parent man in Tonga, in Salala. So this family.
Mm-hmm.
Also pay on salary here that is equal mind.
Okay, Chief.
Running hospital, no clearly equal mind. When it's so mind is what is God's mind. The resource take over all my city equal mind.
They will rescue it. They will rescue it. But thank you. But I say or rebuild the country. So don't talk about that one. Hello.
Yeah, Sam Andrew, thank you. And Johnson calling condition number 4 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The issue concerning Rachel Cole. You see, the country, when we say to see that people can go looking at the time, they policy out of it, but that's not true. The man feel that people disgracing everywhere you go. But then they force me to speak up. When you can speak up a mistake or an accident, you can speak up as law. So if you want to be speaker, you can be sure you clean and you got it. You just go back in censure, call for the issue, put it on the floor, and the speaker recuse himself, and then someone from the same time, right there you can start the project. But then they never tell the people that are working there, it's only 2 weeks, walk back. There will be another issue that they will not take him.
Yeah.
They're holding himself.
All right.
And the other men are calling something called, I can't even do the second issue. The other men are
No, I didn't talk. Sorry, I didn't talk that. I didn't. That was dealt with this morning by Israel. Hello. Yeah.
Because the recap of Papa Arnold, you like in what something. So thank you very much for the fascinating discussion.
Let's hear you.
This afternoon. You know, the issue regarding to the House of Legislature, the disaster that are being occurring there, for the ratio, for the removal of the speaker, and to the finding of the asbestos of the capital building, and then also the mockery and the of the grouping of the speaker by the James Cole, and also the breaching and the reckless action of full-bill formula and on the judicial branch of Liberia.
Chief, my man, I don't talk those things, man. Hello. You follow the trend of the discussion. Yes, let's hear you, Chief. Mm-hmm.
My attention due to the 2 lawmakers from Tonga, James Cole and Eric Samuel. Yeah,
Chief, I don't talk that thing. I gotta go to the women line. Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. You see, the woman understands the trend of the discussion. The 2 things I discussed, that what she referenced, she said she was cool, not feeling comfortable when I started to talk about we are coming back. All that I was saying, it motivated her. It gave her that energy, that strength. Then she went to cover situation, what I talk about. But you're the man who, you say you're sorry, no disrespect to you, but you're your mentor is up than these women. You're not following the trend. Things I don't talk about because you want to talk about it, so you say, oh yeah, me call and say they want. No, I don't do that on my show. The one that you hear that when you talk, you want to talk here, you want to comment on it, you leave it. You go. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the program. What I was saying is that Opa refusal to resign is a serious environmental worker and these majority group.
Did he refuse to resign?
Come again?
Did he refuse to resign?
I said that he will not resign.
Yeah, but you said his refusal to resign.
Yes, the refusal, because I have not heard that he resigned, except you educate me on that. So I say that the refusal to resign would be a serious embarrassment to workers and the rest of the majority group. That's my analysis. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice weekend. Hello. Hello. You are on. The woman's line. You are on. Hello. Let's hear you, my mirror. No, they're not going to the place though. Boaga people, listen, mama. Boaga people they ain't get special place to sit down. Yeah. Today they to the city hall. Then they will move from there. They will go to Centennial Pavilion. From there they go to Executive Pavilion. They ain't get special place to sit down. So the country not making money. They embarrassing the people. So when they want to go to the place, people say, well, they place play for all to collect money for the government. Then you can't say that here now. How we get money? Nobody will come to do business here. So you find somewhere else to go. Yeah. So they just going Boaga Uno lawmaker and they just going all over the place. They ain't a special place to sit down. Kofa people will have special place to sit down. You will not hear Kofa people today the honest side, tomorrow the honest side. No. They get one place that when the session they can, they will go there. No, the people there who helping all, mama. The people there who helping all, they call the international community. They're watching now. They're just waiting. They're just waiting to hear, to see and hear something that I came from Boaga government. You hear? Yeah. So don't worry, relax yourself. All right. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Saleh. I'm very good.
Yeah.
That'll be straight to the point. Those people for the majority black, they are trying to say that anything. But once who say it's man and like somebody to control them, I think they are educated food like James Collect things where one of the educated food to be used and control on how they to go and get somebody okay. That's your own that you never learn the person will take it for that.
Thank you too. Have a nice weekend. Valentine's Day. Hello. Hello. You are on the air, but you don't want to answer. Hello.
Yeah, well, I'm talking to Andrew.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you.
This is Mr. Crystal speaking to you from Galacta. My concern is about the figure is who has agreed to not allow the law to be broken, the law to be the law. But what I'm thinking of is as to whether there will be summary ministers and directors as well as other dealerships in terms of questioning them, performance making.
No, they don't have the quorum. They don't have the number. That's what they call quorum. the Constitution say they should have. They ain't get it, but they get legitimate speaker. The other people on the other side, they get quorum. That means they get a normal, but they ain't get speaker. Mhm. No, just so you know. All right. Have a nice weekend, man. Hello.
Hello?
Your name and where you come from?
Yeah, this is Augustine, a bit of the kitchen. I'm calling for clarity. What I want to say is that Fonandi should not resign.
My man, Fonantina say he resigning, my man. Ah.
Yeah, Waka, keep on spreading, keep moving around. Let keep moving around. But the right thing will be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you all for spicing up the first lap of the show. Let's get to something else on the show on Rare Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews, on this Valentine Day. And we are giving 10,000 Liberian dollars on Valentine's Day so that you make that vow extraordinary, so massive. Put a smile on that vow face. It can be a male or female. You just need to get something. So we're giving 10,000. Take the 10,000 and take the person out. 10,000 sufficient money to take your girl out or your boy out or your man out or your woman out. 10,000 Liberian dollars. Now, good money. You can do so much for that lady. No, our economy not that expensive. Yeah. So take the 10,000, play as many times as you can so that you will get the 10,000. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars on $1.50 and get your 10,000 to take that vow out tonight. Let's take this break. When we come back, we into something else. That's why we are giving 10,000 to reduce the hunger, getting you out of poverty and making your Valentine so memorable. It's hard in Liberia, very difficult. Things are hard. Everything just difficult. It's not easy. Yes, terrible, very terrible. The world's one of the world's greatest icons and former Liberian President George Weah and delegation on their way back to Liberia, having been blessed, and a whole estate was named in his honor. You heard it last night from AB on the way back to Liberia, and the president got so much for his country. He speaks of Liberia well. When he's out of this country, he initiates contacts for Liberia. He's in, he does the same. Yes, unlike the current president who is hateful. So he and his delegation back home. You help me with something I don't know. The MCC boss, is he a Christian or a Muslim? I do not know, but I know his name, John Sona Karu Siafa. Is he a Muslim or a Christian? Uh, Somebody can help me, please. Your information should be true. I saw something and I want to say a word or two to that, but I can say when I do not know his belief, whether he is a Muslim or a Christian, because there's something we want to talk about, and I will start from Wyatt's administration. I do not know, so please help me if he is. In the meantime, the Drug Enforcement Agency continue playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's Valentine, or I can say this thing more than you want me to say. It's Valentine, and you know what Valentine Day is, and you know what you need to do. You know that I know what you need to do. The expectation is high. That girl waiting, that man waiting, that boy waiting. So if you know what I know, just do what you need to do. If you don't get it mad, that $200 you get in your pocket, that 200 you get in your purse, just put it in the King's Cash giveaway. So dangerous seed. And the pastor then can tell you the so dangerous seed, meaning the last that you get, you will put it there, then God will bless you. That's what they call dangerous seed. So, man, I'm not telling you to sow dangerous seed. We're just telling you that $200, when you put it in the King's Cash giveaway, God gave you 10,000. Our umpire is fixed, is scientific, no lie inside. And you don't have to be waiting in expectation. When you put the $200 there, we'll call you and ask you, we send you 10,000. You receive it, yeah, the person say, yeah, the ego just land, meaning it there. But they can tell you to sow dangerous seed, to take your last money and put it before then. Then when you finish now, you go home, you don't get transportation. You go home, nothing in the home. The miracle you want, you can see it. In the meantime, you give them miracle by giving your teacher mercy. So you play, yeah, you play the Kids Cash giveaway, you get your 10,000. I don't want any wahala to know. So we are telling you because I know every year Valentine, the thing that we can hear, the thing that we can see. If you want to keep that relationship, just do something. Man or woman or boy or girl, if you want that lady to get there with you, you go to the one you speak, she can't answer. She fried up. Hey, you want to know something, you do what you needed to have done. And don't allow the day to pass. Don't allow the day to pass. What the time said? 4, eh? Okay. Yeah. 4 o'clock, almost 5. Don't allow the day to pass. So dial *799 *25 #. just play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. That money you put in, it will give you 10,000 Liberian dollars. That 10,000, you can buy something special for her or something special for him. That same 10,000, you can say, oh, let's go out. I'm taking you out tonight as it's the special vow. That 10,000 can do so much. That 10,000, you might your guest says she can really drink. And so that you will enjoy that money. You might when she not drink one bottle of mortar or soft drink or stout or small beer, whatever she can drink. She's not going to drink plenty. 10,000, that plenty of money. Plenty. That girl can finish it. I don't know what the men say, but the men they can really drink. But the women are they take over the men. The women in this country, they can suck the liquor more than the men. Hey! And amongst that demographic or that group of people, the people that can really suck the liquor that the young girls then, don't try them. I say, I just saying something. That's my observation. They can drink liquor bar. Don't try them. Don't try them. So just get that 10,000, yeah? Down star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars on $1.50, and then you can get your money, yeah? So you take the girl up, and she will know that, yeah, she get boyfriend. Yeah? The man will know that, yeah, he has girlfriend, or he has wife, or she has husband. Just like that. Just, you just want to be romantic. That's all. You just want to be romantic or social. You need to do that. It's unto everybody. It's part of life. Not necessarily drinking liquor, because people understand when you can drink liquor, that means that you're sociable. When you can't drink liquor, then they say you're antisocial. They say you belay. No. So social life simply means coming from in out. You are satisfied. You are happy. A bottle of water is social stuff, etc. A bottle of such anything that makes a person happy internally and it comes out. It does not necessarily have to be liquor drinking or so. Even the liquor drinking are happiness. Like this evening, right now, the entertainment centers are getting packed. Everybody going there. The VAR then will be there. The connoisseur VAR, the other VAR there. You don't mind me, man. Just say, we got to crack joke. We got to sound therapeutic. Sometimes to get you laughing. When you are laughing, I am happy. At least to take off the stress of the country from on your head. So it's 10,000 here. It's 10,000 Liberian dollars. You just put in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Play as many times as you can, and then you will have it. Don't worry. 10,000. You get 10,000 to get a girl on tonight. That girl, she will mean so much to you. She will like you a lot. Your colleagues did it. Today, they're moving on. Fine. But when you do nothing, forget it. The next day, you can say that you can call a girl your VAR. You finish. Okay. So let's go now. Let's go home on the second and final line of the show. The Drug Enforcement Agency, Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, what did they say? That they confiscated 126,000 cocaine from downtown Waterside. Your Waterside people. The boss say, the Drug Enforcement Agency people, they say you get drugs there. They say the way the place park like that, plenty things happening there because Waterside is jam-packed. Yeah, different people that are moving up and down. Different people use. Not everybody you see doing business, like business they do. Some of those shops there and other places in that Waterside there. But DEA say they confiscated 120 kilograms of cocaine or K. That's what they say. So they got a tip off, and then they moved in as per their professional way, and they arrested the cocaine, took hold of it, and arrested the people who engaged into that. The new guy at DEA, he's doing well. At least we are not hearing noise. We are not hearing anything faking. Unlike Abraham Command days, every day you hear this about the DEA, he's doing this. Every 2 days he was having news conference. This new guy, very seldom he faces the media, but he does his work to make sure that everything is okay. This is not to say that he doesn't have errors, but at least the DEA is not in the media every day for the wrong reason, showcasing this, doing that, like how Abraham Kumar was doing. Every day, Abraham Kumar having conference, arresting. Then you are marginalizing the people there, showing so much power and authority. The same thing, the same behavior he exhibited at the police during Ellen's administration, Ellen's sacking. That Bwaga must sack you. Bwaga sack you that by law, you need to go for deliverance. Ellen sacked Abi Kumar. The people first side for him, his friends there, and other people who close to Bwaga, because he really wanted to go back to the police. Public pressure led the president not to send him there. The president sent him to DEA to sit down and conduct himself appropriately. He spread his wings like eagle. Bwaga sacking. Bwaga sack you need to go for deliverance. Oh, wow. Bwaga sack you need to go for deliverance. So that what unfolded, the DEA guy revealed that today. Let's get to this gay stuff. It is true. The United Methodist Church split. Most of the auxiliary branches or auxiliaries are splitting. They are leaving the United Methodist Church. That's what they said. But as far as I know, they are not leaving. But they say publicly they are leaving. We'll get to that. The church from upstairs agreed that is the culture from upstairs. Same-sex marriage, gay lifestyle, lesbian. What is unfolding in Liberia is not news, but it hasn't taken effect. Ellen's time, they did it. But it wasn't the United Methodist Church, but the West. The West had always wanted the same-sex marriage to be all over the place. All over. Same-sex marriage to be all over. They call it human rights. You should respect the rights of people. And then they will use the biblical side to say sexuality, that you should respect everybody's sexuality. That means it is the person's right. Treat the person as you see him or her, and just as God sees him or her. Do not take anything away. Do not infringe on the person's right. It is the right of the person as created by God. If he wishes to turn in from man to woman, if he wishes to, you know, all of those things, but yeah, you know, that's why they can put it on that level called sexuality. Respectful. You hear them say, oh, God respect everybody, God loves everybody, God sees everybody this way, He loves everybody, and you have to respect people, you have to love people, get people checks on all the nonsense. They try it in Valentine to bring it here. Ellen resisted them in every way. To the extent that Justin Trudeau, the current Prime Minister of Canada, he left and came here, asked former President Sully. He met former President Sully at the Executive Mansion, the Foreign Ministry. At that time, it was used as the Executive Mansion. And he brought up this thing. He made a promise of 50,000, or not 50, but 50 million. 50 million aid should the Liberian government make amend. That means to change certain line in the constitution or put certain line there. That if the government can do that, a promise of 50 million aid, that was the initial. They talk. Ellen said no. That thing was not easy in this country. Where Ellen caught the whole thing, where Ellen put everything to bed, the Hatay Center on Kerry Street, CO. Ellen went there. Ellen went to CO. That woman power respect when she was president, she was down to earth. She was going to all this mama place there. That thing the Boaga government, the press secretary say Kula Fofana say Boaga can listen to the radio, can read a newspaper. Her deputy, Vala, he comes on, he say, no, Boaga can listen to radio, Boaga can read newspaper. Ellie, newspaper, every day the woman, she used to be inside, listening to the radio. People didn't know certain things are running on the air. They know that Ellie had listened, that woman had called. The more chaos she was talking, she started saying it, I had the person saying it, everybody say, oh, so the woman know the thing too. She started using the same jargon. The woman went to see her. After she finished talking, question and answer, they raised the issue. The third guy who asked, he talked about this, gays, same-sex marriage. What did Ellen say? Ellen said our culture does not call for that. She said it 3 times. She said our culture does not call for that. And that was the end. That was the end. We are government king. They tried doing the same thing. We are in getting face. They went back. They sat down. So they tried to do it through the church. The Methodist Church is one of the elite churches of the world. The Methodist Church is one of the elite churches of the world. The Methodist Church is not a small church. No disrespect to the Pentecost. The Methodist Church is not like the Pentecost. When I say this, I mean structure. Structure. The Methodist Church has so much influence. If you look at your government after government, look at the Methodists. Now, look at the Methodists, and on and on. One of the reasons why religious leaders, most of the religious leaders are not talking. Most of the religious leaders are Methodists. Reverend Samuel Reeves, who is the head of the Baptist Church, Webb Walker sent him. He is the member of the board of Bonn Technical College and something like that. There are several of them who are Methodists. Not even several, many Methodists, except for a few Baptists. The church, the Methodist Church, is not a small church. That thing, it came from upstairs that they left star there. They say even if you are a priest or a pastor, there is no wrong being a gay or a lesbian, a sexuality. You respect people for their rights just as God respects everybody and God loves everybody. The person can stand in front of the congregation and preach. That Liberia should be like other countries. respect people's rights, value their sexuality. They can stand, let them stand in the Methodist church, in any Methodist church in Liberia, just as the woman will walk to the altar by her, I don't know, bridesmaid, or how they can call it, just like that. That two men should stand in the Methodist church in Liberia and say for better or for worse. That thing they brought about regionalization, it was just a cover up. The devil is more cunning. He knows how to twist things and make you to feel that it is real when it is not. Regionalization has got absolutely nothing. Regionalization is the cover up. But they actually wanted to have it introduced. But our system does not call for that. Nothing in our constitution like that. Our constitution is conservative. Our constitution isn't a liberal one. It is, we have a fundamentally conservative constitution. A conservative society. So it fends off all of those things. That is why it is not easy for anything same-sex relationship to penetrate in our culture. For them out of Liberia, that's what the culture and constitution or framework or provisions call for. Respecting people's rights, allowing them to do that, all that kind of stuff. So they think that they can use the church, because if one church gives in, there is a likelihood for the other. And most of these Methodists, grounded Methodists, know that the thing, regionalization, is not the actual thing. Regionalization is just a small screen. But the actual thing they want to get up front using regionalization is same-sex marriage. The people say no. Today, you have, I think, 2 or 3 churches left the United Methodist Church. That's what they said. Let me come to that now. They did not leave the United Methodist Church. They did not leave. They did not break away. No. They did not break away. They tried to separate. They tried to separate. They did not break away. When you hear this 72nd has broken away from the United Methodist Church, and this other one in Banga, I know in Banga or born somewhere, they broke away. It's not really a breakaway. Don't consider that a breakaway. It is not a breakaway. Neither is it a separation. They are still United Methodists. Yeah, what breakaway is in biblical terms. You cut off from the doctrine, the culture, the name. You got absolutely nothing to do with that name, because the name is tainted by the act that you avoid or you avoiding or avoided. To use the same name is to bring the people's mind back. They will also think that you are in it, and because you were vexed, so you just try to leave. If you break away, you don't use the name still. One of the churches we saw, the name they're using now, or the destination, it said Global United Methodist Church. But they say they broke away from the United Methodist Church. How is that? Break away, you do not carry the name of that institution that you were under. You come to develop a new name as a church. You broke away from the United Methodist Church, but you say your name now is Global United Methodist Church. How is that? You have not broken away. You only add a word to the same United Methodists. A breakaway means you cut off completely and you have nothing resemblance of your former. That's what it is. A new institution. Because when you live in now, you are no longer under the control of that institution. So you're going on your own. You are independent. It can be United Methodist, Global United Methodist Church again. So that is not breakaway. If you know what breakaway is, you know they breakaway. They stay with the United Methodist Church. But they have actually, the goal was to introduce that thing secretly. But they have the people all around here, they're doing it secretly. They have them all around, all over the place. Entertainment centers, in various communities, everywhere you have those people, gays, lesbians, they're all over the place. In the evening at entertainment centers, especially those average entertainment centers, they are there. They are there. In the communities, everywhere, most of the communities around here, Pinsville, New Georgia, Badnersville, Stephen Tubber Estate, Oro, Rehab, Broad Street, Cinco, everywhere, the gays and lesbians are there, and they are Christians. They go to church. But what I'm telling you, that it is true. Secondly, those who are contending or who are resisting same-sex marriage, as they know that the church wants to bring it came from upstairs, they are not breaking away from the United Methodist Church as they were announced, because they still use the name. They still carry United Methodist Church. Nobody will believe that you have broken away when you still carrying the United Methodist Church. To break away means there is a doctrine, and that doctrine is heretical, and you don't want to deal with it. So you leave it, and then your name is different. You want to look new. You want to look extra. You don't want anybody to have that impression that you stay part of it. That's what a breakaway is. You take off the name. You break away from that heresy. Then you take off the name. You're not using anything resemblance of Methodist. That, when it is considered a breakaway. And nobody will say that is a Methodist church. No, not at all. So that's it. Let's take a few calls on this. And the DEA arresting that huge quantity of drug. They say cocaine, eh? Yeah, in Waterside. Cocaine. So let's go to the line. Let's take a few calls. And then let's see now. Let's see. The King's Cash giveaway. While you are on the King's Cash giveaway, we are giving out 10,000 on Valentine's Day. And then who your vow? You gotta do something for your vow. Let's take a few calls. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 98 03 75. And you are on the show. Real Talk on Kings 88.5. Hello. Hello?
Yeah, this is a birthday official boy.
Let's hear you, Augustine. Augustine, you Methodist?
Yeah?
Which church you attend?
I'm telling Lutheran church.
Oh, you are a Lutheran.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you are a Methodist.
No, I don't people who believe in that.
Well, then I go check talking to that. Let's hear you. Okay, let's hear you. What you call for?
I want to applaud the DA boss for having a hard work. At least they do well. Then I continue the job. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for calling. The man say he looked to him. The people that are. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your name and where you come from?
About Moses, so I started from God.
Let's hear you from King Jack Grand Cape Mount County, Moses.
Yeah, that I'm a bastard. So those things with that, we Christians that are to be careful because the Bible that is not told all of the other things back. So we have to be on their life. And the issue of God, and number one is very important. How much of it? So there's something in place in the way of God, and has to be done about it. So we know that serious stuff we get on better.
Yeah, drugs all over the place. They say we are infested the country with drugs, but right now.
I can say this on the radio. And if you don't, because I can say it. If you like, if you don't.
Yeah, you say it all over, it has taken over?
It's all over. I think it's yours. Get me on the record. It's yours, drugs is because it is every Alex coming to find drugs. This place security, I think it is going into the ghetto, taking drugs. So maybe they are because
Okay. All right, Chief.
yeah.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Hello. Hello? Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chief. Let's hear you. Your name and where you come from?
Well, my name is Mohammed Bonzo Fofana Jr., and I call you from the Somali South here. Hello?
We're waiting to hear you.
Yeah. Well, I just called to get a phone, the DA boss, that just arrested what is the drug at Western area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm not a Christian, so I want to continue in the Methodist,
Okay. All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Your name and where you come from?
Yeah, I'm DJ recording from District 17.
Yeah, let's hear you,
Yeah.
DTMA.
Thank you. My attention is drawn to the Methodist church. You know, sometimes it's so sorry.
You are a Methodist?
So I'm a Pentecostal.
Okay.
I wonder if people really read the Holy Scripture in Leviticus 20:13 and then Romans chapter 1, 22, 23 downward. I wonder if they really read it. You know, when I hear people saying, you know, God loves everybody and X, Y, Z, and so forth, then God from Genesis would have said, man should marry man and woman should marry woman. But God looked at the man and he brought a woman and said, this is your wife, multiply and replenish the earth. That was not said to the man. Now you see, when you do that, they are going against nature, they are going against God. How would people claim that they are servant of God? Anyway, they are servant of God, but not God. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice weekend. Hello. You're on the air. Hello. 077223 9933 886 30 40 97. The women's line 0777 980375. Hello.
Hello?
Your name and where you call from? Good afternoon.
This is Bao Abraham, and I do have the political enforcement. I'm following the conversation for my conference and get on the power job.
Let's hear you, political apostle.
I want to thank you so much for your opportunity to put on a platform. I want to point out always listen to your conversation. If I'm comfortable, can get always when you see what God continue to follow your program. I want to say, I continue to say against this government. Are you getting it?
We are listening to you.
What they say, I'm not saying that you are taking against this government because I want to support the Christian family administration.
political apostle. Yeah, thank you, political apostle. My man, you in your keke, you driving, you gotta concentrate. Political apostle. Political apostle. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, wait small. Let me get the people money. Yeah. As the people playing for 10,000, we also giving them. We're giving them. Yeah. We're also giving them some money to buy the surgery. So you get your 10,000. Then you also will get 1,000. So you see that. So when you play, you win your 10,000. Then we give you additional 1,000, or so it's 11,000. Let's call this person. Hold on. The women's line. Hold on. You are ringing. Don't worry. I will okay you. But let's get the people their money. The people playing to get their money. They're not the 10,000. Or they want you just to buy surgery. Y'all continue playing the 10,000. Hello. Yeah, I'm Sam Andrews calling you from Kings 88.5. What is your name, sir? John Sumo. John, do you play the King's Cash giveaway or did you play?
Yes, sir. I play
Okay. So you always playing, eh?
Yes, I always play, sir.
Where you live?
I live Corway.
This is your mobile money number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, check it, John. We send you 1,000 Liberian dollars. Huh? Check it. You have money in your account. And we'll call you back. If we check and then the 10,000, your name is there, you will also get your 10,000. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so check it now. We'll call you back to confirm. All right. So that is continue to play. We're giving you plenty of money. That Valentine, you hold on. Let me get the next person his or her money. Y'all think that Joe joking, yeah? The country hard. We'll find a way to make things happy for you. You're taking for Joe. I think Bwaga and his people, they're squandering the resources of this country. They're enjoying a bad way. They say Joe people were eating the money. They were riding $65,000 car. Today, they're riding 70,000, 90,000. That's how God can get there and curse that government. The thing that you say your friend will not do, you're doing it double. Don't worry. So y'all continue to play. Y'all continue to play the King's Cash. Don't worry. I come and check that dashboard so that I will start calling you for your 10,000. The Valentine deal. Hello.
Yeah.
What is your name, sir? I'm Sam Andrews calling you from Kings 88.5. What is your name?
My name is Taki Kone.
Huh?
Taki Kone speaking from Broward.
Daki Kone?
Taki.
Oh, Takiyo.
Yeah.
Takiyo Kone. You've been playing the King's Cash giveaway?
Yes, yeah.
You can really play, eh?
I can really play.
Yeah, Taki.
From since last year, I started playing.
Oh, you don't give up. You still playing.
I give up, still playing.
My man, Taki, you are a blessed man, man. You understand the principle of life. Yeah, you can't give up. Yeah. So you know what we're doing? We're not chunk 1,000 into your account. So you start drinking your surgery as you playing to get your 10,000. Yeah? Yeah, that 10,000 there, you coming by your thing there for your gear, for your valve. You know? So in the meantime, just be drinking your surgery. Yeah?
All right, thank you.
Okay, check it. I will call you back to confirm.
All right.
Okay. Let's go. Hello?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
I'm Dr. Mateo.
Man of God.
I'm calling from Chicago country.
Let's hear you, man of God. You Methodist pastor?
I'm not a Methodist pastor, but Pentecostal pastor.
Oh, you're a Pentecost pastor.
Yeah. Well, you went and elucidated into the angle of breakaway. And when you are talking about the nomenclature of that name, should not be the same. Well, let me just say this. In the geographic system of just governance, possibility there that the breakaway can come up. It is true that in some instances that they break away from a church, the name can change in some instances. But in some instances, they can have the same. But the only difference, what was taught or was brought of teaching is what was not in alignment of the word of God. Like for example.
Hold on, Pastor. Hold on, let me tell you, Pastor. Do you understand legal divorce? I assume that you have a full knowledge.
Legal divorce.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you understand? Do you know it? When the man and the woman divorce,
yeah.
does the woman still carry the man's name? Do the woman still carries the man's name?
No, it's not supposed to. Once they are gone.
Pastor, when the people divorce, they go to the court. Everything is consummated before the judge or the law. The woman still carries the man's name.
I'm telling you that they can let you know.
All right. So hold on. So that the same thing with the Methodists. They go legally, they broke away. You go on your own, we on our own. When you still carry the name of the United Methodist Church, then you break away that separation. You still maintain every other element.
I'm not saying let's say you try to great. Okay, I understand. Okay, separation is distinct from breakaway. That's true. That's the truth. But equally so, it's synonymous. Because once it comes to that degree, it means that your action for which they left was what caused the separation.
All right, Pastor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Chief. You are on the air.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, this is Donna. I call from Panama.
You Methodist?
No, I'm not Methodist.
Oh, okay. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I listen to you this afternoon. I think the things that the Methodist people are doing, I don't know what the meaning of preaching the Bible, because I believe the meaning of preaching the Bible is for people to come to repentance. If you call yourself Christian, that means the meaning of Christian, it means Christ followers. So if you are supporting things that Christ said, then I think there is no need for you to preach the Bible. Are you getting me?
I'm listening to you, Pastor.
Yeah, there is no need to preach the Bible because you are preaching the Bible for people to come to repentance. So what are you telling them to do or to change from? Are those bad behavior? So if you are preaching or encouraging someone to go into sin, that means there is no need to preach the Bible. So that
okay.
Methodists have to forget about the Bible and just talk about different things. Maybe different religion, not using the name of Christ, and they are supporting the things that Christ is against.
All right, Chief.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Have a nice day, a nice weekend. All right. Yeah. So The two are not the same. We have to understand what breakaway is. It's just the same as divorce. You go to the court, and then uh, there's legal pathway. The name, no more of the one can you take on different name. Simple as that. The name, the more when I say, because we break away, so I'm saying adding just a word, but the name remains the same. We have to understand what breakaway is. When you say you are breaking away, the two essential elements, the doctrine and the name of that institution. Why? So that the public knows that you have disconnected yourself legally. There isn't any resemblance. You are independent, you are on your own, you are a neutral body, you can determine what you want to be, how you can be, and what name you can put on yourself. That's what it is. Yeah, simple as that. But you have to guard against that. That thing it's gradually creeping. It has already crept. You just want to gain full approval. But it's all over. The society is infested with gays, lesbians. The only thing we don't have in our country is transgender. Transgender is where when the man decides to go to to the Eve gender, Adam gender wants or decides to go to the Eve gender, or the Eve gender decides to go to the Adam gender. They call that transgender. You're transitioning from a so-called male to a so-called female. Then you have clone, you have in vitro fertilization, you have all of those things, different in vitro fertilization. You have what other one? There are many. People using all over. Yeah. The okay, another time we'll talk that I'll explain all that one, but we gotta get the people money. But that's why the guys are doing. Yeah. You don't give into the thing. If you are a Christian, it's wrong. The Bible forbids that. The Bible said that a man, a woman. The Bible did not say man and man. But Western ideology will think that you should live at their whims and caprice. That what the West will always want you should live at your whims and caprice. And when the country is poor, when the country is in acute poverty, it is one of the reasons why they they would encourage you to make amendments in your constitution to allow these things. They influence some countries like that. So for us, let me use our country as an example. We get nothing. Though God gave us natural resources that other countries of the world don't have, we are so balanced, so blessed, but our people are depleting everything. So let's assume that we are extremely poor. We get it, we get it full. And Donald Trump took the decision that he took, that you see how it's affecting us now. So he said, one of the conditions of sending aid to Liberia would be that the country approve same-sex, respect people's rights, approve same-sex marriage. Liberia will say yes. Because as some countries give into this kind of thing, because you want aid. And not only that, but you want substantial aid. You want a very good aid. You want a good development assistance package. So those are part of a USAID assistance to Liberia. We will be giving Liberia the first 500 million for this, and in 3 months' time, there is another 500 million. And by the end of June, there's another 500 million. That's 150 million, which can do so much. Like I always say, yeah, all the lawyers you see, they will start using some lawyers to kind of write about this and that kind of thing. That's how some countries get into this Western ideology or imposition of same-sex marriage that today it messed the country up. One of the reasons I'm sharing with you, when you are so poor, that is why you have to make the maximum use of your resources and stop being unnecessarily extravagant. Because when you reach the poverty level, the only thing the West can tell you, can only dictate to you now that you do this. Justin Trudeau, he thought that Liberia was so desperate, was so poverty stricken, he had the audacity to leave Canada and told Ellen that she should give in, see the need to make amendments in the country's law, respecting people's rights, same sex, marriage, and all the kind of thing there. An aid of 50 million was on upfront for Liberia's assistance package. Ellen said, look at it one year. She didn't know that the country yet, that God country, even though the constitution says secular state. I believe that Ellen say, you know the country yet, a God's country. When we do that one, God said, God will punish me as the president. So my Ellen said, we beg you. You don't try it. The country here will not give in. Yeah. This country will not give in. Okay. So let's go to the one. I'm already out of time. I think the people will do that, but I should call this person. Should call this person a Valentine time. Can't bring gay thing and lesbian same-sex marriage. Nonsense. God forbids that thing. You go in Romans chapter 1, 25 and 26, 27, you'll see it. God forbids that. A curse. Any country that does that, a curse. That country can never prosper. You saw how God punished America? He showed the signs. And you saw what happened? Few days. Is that? That's just the first one. So God said, Donald Trump, you got to say that. What Donald Trump said, that your transgender thing, you're gay, you're lesbian. I say you will not do it. But it will not be given preference under my administration. If you want to do it, you want to do it in secret. And look, all the gays and lesbians and the transgender in the military, you're trying to find a way. When you're taking such a decision as a leader, God is with you. God is with you. Those are the things that were happening in Sodom and Gomorrah that led God to destroy. It is what the guys who were chasing, the spies that were chasing Rahab, the woman you can call Rahab. What did they say? They persuaded the woman to bring the guys outside. What did they say? So they would sodomize them. The thing started way back. Way back. They told Rahab the prostitute. They told her, say, bring up people outside. This is what we want to do with them. The man said, no, I can never. I prefer you people, I sacrifice myself than for you to do that in this town. Even though she herself was a prostitute. And that's why the Bible said God accounted it unto her as righteousness. A prostitute saved the people from being sodomized. God hate that thing. All right. So let's go this way. I have to go. Time is out. Let me just call this person as quickly as I can. Just so they will be aware.
The subscriber you are trying to reach is currently busy. Please try again.
Okay, I will call again. The Lord said I'm going to call 3 times. So I'll call you. You can't pick up well, then you miss out on your 10,000. I may call again.
Yellow, the subscriber you are trying to reach is currently busy. Please try
Okay. We'll go the 10 and the last time. That's not me, or what the law say. Okay.
Yellow, the subscriber you are trying to reach is currently busy. Please try again.
All right. So I can do nothing beyond this point. So the people will call, yeah, and give your 10,000. You people have won your 10,000, but our law say that my time is off at 5:30. So I can do nothing. I try calling. They will call you. Three persons. Three persons won 10,000, 10,000. Yeah, don't worry. The people will call you, and when they call you and say, "Oh, you play the King's card," you say, "I play on Real Talk." You say, "Okay, you have won for yourself 10,000." Hmm? They will tell you, "Oh, you will do it." So that's it. Thank you ever so much. That's all the time we've got to be on the show. We are back on next week, Monday. The show recess for this week to return afresh on Monday of next week. But the news is on at 6, and this evening, Face the Issues is on with A.B. Weir. You don't want to miss it. I'm Sam Andrews. Shalom.